here we go. So I'm reading The Art of the Impossible here, and really inspired by the model that it's going to be able to work under. And here's how I'm thinking about this right now. So there's the book, right? There's some chapters in the books, and there's some frameworks. There's a model. But here's the beautiful thing. They're saying impossible things happen when it comes down to checklists. So how do you boil the work you do down into a checklist? There's practice, there's goals, there's impossible. So the book's broken down into like achieving the impossible at the last leg. The book's broke down to areas and chapters. Chapters you break down into checklists. And the name of the game for me is really, I want to sort of heal the world. I don't know if it's healing our country, but having people working together towards a common purpose. I don't want to do it as opposed to, but how you would contradict that is people working against each other and starting to compete against each other. And I like that for our country, and I like it for the world as a whole. So inside of that, the money component, of that, one of those pieces is freedom to do work I love for the rest of my life. I believe that people who do the work that they love to do, people who love to do the work that they do work they love to do are passionate. They don't have time. They don't have the energy to be able to take other people out or to be able to compete with other people. Taking other people out sounds like a little too strong, but to be confrontational, combative with other people. And so look, it's $1 million free cash flow. Provides the kind of the emotional safety to make that happen. I want to love the process of getting there. So some of the clear goals, I've got a property to completely pay off the mortgage on it. I think it's roughly $250 is owned on it, and sell an asset for $750,000. Another step in there is build an asset that earns $20K per month from ads and affiliates, potentially products we create. Find 10 to 20 models that went from 0 to 20K through SEO in 18 months. Reverse engineer their traffic, and that's really specifically like what keywords and how do they get there. Do keyword research for other potentials based on curiosity. So work on stuff that we're curious about specifically. Build the content up, hook up the content through Speak AI, so it's just working. This would be an example of a piece of content once it's all dialed in. It's not dialed in completely yet. And then come up with clarifying questions. And here's the thing. I love to build communities from scratch. Can I just build a community from scratch and then create some assets based on that community, have the community activity be free, but have the assets that come off of that. That's why I go back to the SEO and what other assets that come out of that community, sell those off. So that is the intention, to keep the community for free, or if we want to keep the community alive, charge membership for people to be in the community. And I don't like that as much. I like building up the assets for the community and to sell those off, to have those sold off. So this is inside of the money space. This is a model to get this conversation started. So it's an interesting one. I'm recording this one in Yak. I think I'm going to take it to Otter second, and then I'll also publish this one as a podcast. Have an amazing day.